Hello, welcome to Tea Time. I'm Ginger Nelson here with my co-host Nettie Hatcher, and today we have Kelly Bedore on the set with us, and she is here to tell us a little bit about Williamson syndrome, and also you have an event coming up. Before we talk about that, can you give us a little bit of insight on the syndrome? Most people probably have not heard about it.
Well, we're getting out there. The word is spreading, but first of all, thank you so much for having me again. Williams syndrome is a rare genetic disorder. It affects about 1 in 10,000. My son Dawson was diagnosed back in, now it's been 3 years ago, after suffering cardiac arrest. That's not the norm for how they get a diagnosis, but our spreading awareness is really, really the key to getting these children diagnosed. I just put a message out about what I'm fixing to talk about, the run out, and a teacher messaged me and said, Kelly, I think I have someone with Williams syndrome in my class. Will you send me more information? So getting the word out there can truly save these kids' lives. I'm helping them get doctors educated, which is imperative for us.
Now, many times these kids are not diagnosed early on. Why is that?
It's just, if you look at a child with Williams syndrome, we do have distinct features, but when a baby's a baby, you don't really, you're not able to tell, but then you'll start to see the signs of it, which is like the failure to thrive, and just different things start happening, mostly cardiovascular. So if they don't hear a murmur in the beginning, which a lot of times babies have, and then they miss it, and then you go without a diagnosis. But some do get diagnosed. Here, being in a small town, nobody had really seen it. Dr. Villalobos was our pediatrician, who's now moved, we're sad to say, but she had never seen it. So it was pretty amazing what she did do once she, we did get the diagnosis. She stepped up to the plate and really learned all about it to help us.
Well, Kelly, I know that you contacted us last year and you were on the show for the same thing, and I was like, what is Williams syndrome? I mean, you don't hear of it. Had you heard of it before your child got diagnosed?
No, because I think it's so rare. It's the 1 in 10,000, but now there's about 20 to 30,000 just in the United States with it. That's a huge number.
Yeah.
People don't know, and we've had one that was diagnosed when she was 21. So I just think that we've got to get out there and spread the word about it. I just went to Capitol Hill and spoke with them, and I have 2 goals, and one of them is to get it part of the newborn screen test. That, you get all these different tests and that are just off the wall testing, and then if we can add Williams syndrome on there, it would be, wonderful. So that's what I'm advocating for right now.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but is it a simple FISH blood test? Isn't it called FISH?
It's a FISH test, or they do the microarray test, and it's not 100%, but it's pretty close. I mean, we do have some children that have not been able to get a diagnosis, and I met a lot of those, actually, a lot of families and advocates on Capitol Hill. So that was really interesting to see that. I'm blessed, I guess, in the sense to know, what we do have. So, and there's so many that don't. So, we're working hard.
Now, your son who has it, how is his everyday life?
He functions, he'll be 6 in April. He functions about on a 2-year-old level. He's learning words. Most children with Williams, because Dawson's missing a bigger deletion, are very verbal. They do have some have some very severe learning disabilities. Others are mild. It's just according to how much of a deletion you actually have. He does have severe scoliosis, which is not typical of Williams, but he has that deletion in the genetic studies. So we're waiting and waiting until we feel it's the right time, when the good Lord tells us it's time.
Now, you started the Williams syndrome Family of Hope after Dawson was born. Is that right?
I did. I just felt a need to really just to honor him and to get out there and help spread awareness and to help families. So what we do is the money that we raise for the run that's coming up, and we just had Tina and Michaela out of New York just did a really successful bowl-a-thon. We were able to help families get a weighted vest, which are very important for sensory issues. We helped a family pay their medical bills that they couldn't afford to pay. And we also helped with some feeding items that a family needed, that their baby just was having feeding issues, so we assisted with that. So we're out there actually we're a family helping families. So it's really rewarding.
Now, I follow you on Facebook, and I see a lot of you post a lot of the children's pictures, and they are very beautiful children. One thing I noticed not long ago is you had a few of the little butterflies, as you call them, that that passed away. What is the life expectancy of a child with Williams syndrome?
You know, I don't know that it's a syndrome that takes their life. It's more of the cardiovascular issues that we see. A lot of them will go in for a heart cath and not come out. It's very hard to do a heart cath on our kids, and anesthesia is usually not their friend. That's where Dawson has a big issue. So he has a hernia that needs repaired, for example, but the doctors are like, let's just keep holding off, because you don't want to put him to sleep.
Yeah.
Because
well,
they
I
don't
remember
know.
he was having issues with his teeth, or he had to have surgery on, in his mouth, and I remember you posted on Facebook what a big deal that was.
It was. It took us a 3-day stay to Atlanta just to have 2 teeth extracted, because our cardiologist is just absolutely wonderful up there, and he feels that he needs to be perfectly hydrated, and that's a big issue for our kids. They have to be hydrated, and that's where we've lost some of our kids that have not been put in ahead of time and been hydrated, which is a simple task, getting in there and getting an IV started, to get them hydrated. So that's why every procedure we have done is a big deal. Yeah.
Well, we are talking with Kelly Bedore today about the Williams Syndrome Family of Hope. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in just a moment with more on Tea Time.
Ranchero's Fresh Grill is now open in Tifton at 133 South Virginia Avenue across from Tractor Supply. Ranchero's has the finest and freshest tacos, burritos, salads, quesadillas, nachos, and chips and salsa anywhere. Want dessert? Ranchero's has that as well, with the s'mores quesadilla for only $2.99. Don't forget about the kids. Ranchero's has kids meals starting at only $3.99. Find them on Facebook for coupons and specials. Call them at 396-5555, 133 South Virginia Avenue in Tifton.
Are you in the mood for some amazing food? Well, stop by the Smokehouse, home of the best ribs in the South on 82 in Tifton, and try their new barbecue buffet. The barbecue buffet features their signature smoked chicken, pulled pork, and their famous barbecue beans, all cooked over high-quality blackjack oak. The barbecue buffet is offered daily from 11:30 to 2 and from 5:30 to 8. On Friday and Saturday nights, try the buffet featuring Lake Okeechobee fresh catfish. The Smokehouse is home of certified Angus beef, and they're now in their 26th year. Let them cater your next party. Give them a call at 386-0606.
For over 42 years, Moon's Pharmacy has been committed to providing professional, friendly service, where our pharmacists welcome your questions, offer you overall lower drug costs, and free citywide delivery. While we still believe in good old-fashioned customer service, we also know the importance of staying on the leading edge of pharmacy innovations, such as travel and flu vaccines, custom compounding, and specialty packaging for homebound patients. Choose Moon's Pharmacy. Together, we can make a difference in your health.
Communication, data transmission, and methods of securing facilities and homes are ever evolving. Let Cooper Craft's team of experienced professionals partner with you to manage your technology needs. Cooper Craft manages hundreds of accounts in the Southeast, including numerous hospitals and healthcare facilities, industrial plants, law enforcement centers, and educational facilities. These customers depend on Cooper Craft. Why shouldn't you? Let a proven leader in the industry earn your business. Call us today.
No matter how great they are, pictures will never give you the full ABAC experience. You've got to see campus. Join us for a Stallion Day or personalize your visit with a weekday tour. Go to abac.edu/Stallion Days to sign up now. We hope to see you soon in Tifton at Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College.
Welcome back to Tea Time. We've been talking to Kelly Bedore, and she has been telling us a little bit about Williams syndrome, the Williams Syndrome Family of Hope that she began when?
It's been about 2 years now.
2 years.
It has been a wonderful opportunity, and I think we're like I said, we're spreading so much awareness, and it's very gratifying for me. It's a lot of work, I will tell you. It's 40 to 50 hours a week, and answering calls and Facebooking a lot, and reaching out to families, new families, and trying to get them the help they need.
Well, I know that you have spread the word because, like I said before, last year I had never heard of Williams syndrome. And
This community is wonderful in every way. I mean, it's probably one of the greatest. I tell people about it, that around the country, and they're like, wow. They really, from the newspaper to you ladies to the radio, everybody is just so willing to learn, and the schools, and it's just wonderful to have people embrace you and want to know, and help. So
now, do you know about how many people or kids here in Tifton have it?
We're looking at about 4 to 5 right now.
Really?
And we've got a few older ones. Nobody Dawson's age, but like I said, I think there's another one that's about to be diagnosed. I'm not excited, but I'm, you know what I mean. But I'm happy that this family will be able to get a diagnosis.
Well, sometimes it's just important to know, because then you know what to look for, and you know the things you need to be careful of, like the cardiac issues. I met one of your Williams syndrome young men, Lancelot, recently.
Yeah, he'll be at the run.
And he was just precious.
He is. His mom is working really, really hard. He has a lot of vascular issues, and she's working on the vascular side of things, and she's doing a great job. We're proud of her.
And it's a full-time job for you being his mother. You actually homeschool him, right?
I do. I stay home, and like I said, the educational system is wonderful, but Dawson just needed to really stay home just because of the health issues. And most of our kids do go to school. They are, they thrive in school, but right now it's the time and place where Dawson just needs to be with me.
And he's not your only child. You have 5 children.
I do.
Wow.
I have 2 in college and 1 in high school and 1 in middle school, and I have a 5-year-old.
So you're experiencing all stages of life right now.
I am. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing if I can keep it all straight. If I could keep my planner straight, I'd be in good shape. But we're excited, though. The run's coming up, and I know you ladies are going to run. But
of course.
I'm hoping to have a great turnout. Last year we had close to 200 runners, so this year my goal is, of course, probably a little more than that, 250 to 300. But we're wanting everybody to come out. It's going to be fun, and if you wear your cape, we're going to do like the best dressed runner. It's going to be fun. We want to make it a fun event, a fun run.
Now the theme of your run is, what is your superpower?
Right.
How'd you come up with that?
Just brainstorming, we came up with it, and we think our kids are all heroes, and we wanted to spotlight them. So if you check out our Facebook page, which is Williams Syndrome Family of Hope on Facebook, you can see all our kids. Every couple days we're posting pictures of kids in their costumes and what superpower they hold, and we think that's really important to let them shine.
Well, I know that Nettie and I both ran last year.
We did.
Y'all did great.
It was your first year having the run.
Very well put together event.
Yeah.
Thank you. It'll be our 2nd annual. I think we're gonna, the T-shirts are absolutely precious that are gonna be this year. They're gonna be pretty much like this, the red, and it's gonna have "What is your superpower?" Name Droppers is doing them this year for us. Got the Tifton runners are helping by running, and Ernest Lang of Lang Printings helping out with his time clock again this year. Just great community coming together again to help us, and there's a lot of runs going on, so we're
this is the time of the year for them.
Yeah, it's going to be great weather, I know, and we've changed the location this year. It's going to be at the Northeast campus. Scott Haskins, the principal, approved to have it there, and I was really thrilled because that's a beautiful course to run through the subdivision over there, and I think people are excited about that route. So if you want to look at the route, you can go once again to our Facebook page. The route has been posted. The registration form's on there. Students this year can run for $15, which I think is pretty good because you get a T-shirt, but we urge people to get in there and pre-register just so we have enough shirts, because last year we did run out. We were overwhelmed by the response, which was great, and then I had to order some more, but if you get in there early, you're guaranteed a shirt. So.
And the run this year is on April the 20th. And last year it was in the morning. This year it's going to be in the afternoon.
Yes, I am so excited about that. Truthfully, not a morning person. I swear my mom said, once you have kids, you'll be a morning person. Well, 5 kids later, I'm still not. So
maybe you have a few more, and then you'll become a morning person.
No, it's so funny. Ernest was like, why don't you do an evening run? And I was like, that sounds wonderful.
Yes.
So we decided to try that and do it. And it's beautiful. We have daylight savings time now, so we have, it's light out till 8 o'clock. So I think it'll be a great run.
So it's at 6 o'clock. Now the runners need to show up by what time?
I would say around 5 o'clock, just if you have not registered, just because
Yeah.
we've got a great group of volunteers that will be at the registration tables, and then we'll have some that are at the pre-registration tables to hand out the shirts. But, you know, we encourage you to kind of get out there and, you know, you can look at the map, and if you want to, you know, check it out to see where you're running and stuff. But, I mean, if you come at 5:30, that's fine. But we encourage people to try to get out there so it won't be mass confusion.
I know last year you had barbecue grills going. Are you going to have that this
I think
year?
this year we've toned it down a little bit. Last year I think that was our first annual where Jamie Cater came out, the mayor, and, you know, played the drums, and we made it a big, you know, bounce houses and stuff. This year we're just kind of strictly doing a run. We are going to have volunteer meetings, and some local people have donated some food for those meetings. But other than that, this year we're basically just running for hope.
Now, can people register online?
You can go to active.com
Okay.
and do it if you'd like to do it that way, or you can print off a registration form. I've been getting them in the P.O. box already, so that's good. People are sending their forms in. And I did send out emails. If you put your email down last year, we used Constant Contact, so we have sent out an email to all runners from last year. So
Yeah, I got one of those emails.
you did get one? Good, so it worked. Good. We're
Now, are some
learning.
of the kids, Dawson, going to be out
He
there?
will be out there, and we've got some other families, probably the same families from last year that are in the Georgia area that will be there too. So they're excited.
And when you see these kids, I mean, running makes it all worth it.
It does, and you know, having Dawson out there, it makes it, to me, it's an incredible day, an emotional day.
And there will also be, it's a 5K, but there'll also be a 1 mile fun run.
Yes, that'll be the one I'll be participating in. Yeah, the 5K is for the good runners, and no, the 1 mile is just really to get out there and walk and run. And you're welcome to, if you want to walk the 5K. You know, you're encouraged to do either you want to do. But we do the 1 mile is really for the walkers and the.
And some of the kids get out there and do that.
And the slow pokes. So yeah, and the kids love that. I mean, we had a great turnout with kids last year doing the 1 mile. And there will be medals and trophies again this year. The medals this year will be the superhero on your medals. I think they'll be really cool and cute. And
The medals, last year I got a little medal.
yes, you did. Yeah, they had our logo butterfly on it.
Butterfly on
It was really pretty. Matthew's Trophies, of course, is doing our trophies and medals. And the top overall finishers will get trophies. So it's always fun to take a trophy or a medal home.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to go to a quick break, and we'll be back in just a moment with more on Tea Time.
For over 42 years, Moon's Pharmacy has been committed to providing professional, friendly service, where our pharmacists welcome your questions, offer you overall lower drug costs, and free citywide delivery. While we still believe in good old-fashioned customer service, we also know the importance of staying on the leading edge of pharmacy innovations, such as travel and flu vaccines, custom compounding, and specialty packaging for homebound patients. Choose Moon's Pharmacy. Together, we can make a difference in your health.
The 4th annual Tour de Tifton Century Ride is slated for Saturday, April 6th at the Tift Area YMCA. Registration opens at 7 a.m. A mass start will begin at 8. Call 387-9622 for more info on the Ilse Boyette Memorial, the 4th annual Tour de Tifton Century Ride 2013.
Isn't this a great way to spend an afternoon?
Ranchero's Fresh Grill is now open in Tifton at 133 South Virginia Avenue across from Tractor Supply. Ranchero's has the finest and freshest tacos, burritos, salads, quesadillas, nachos, and chips and salsa anywhere. Want dessert? Ranchero's has that as well with the s'mores quesadilla for only $2.99. Don't forget about the kids. Ranchero's has kids meals starting at only $3.99. Find them on Facebook for coupons and specials. Call them at 396-5555, 133 South Virginia Avenue in Tifton.
No matter how great they are, pictures will never give you the full ABAC experience. You've got to see campus. Join us for a Stallion Day or personalize your visit with a weekday tour. Go to abac.edu/Stallion Days to sign up now. We hope to see you soon in Tifton at Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College.
Communication, data transmission, and methods of securing facilities and homes are ever evolving. Let Cooper Craft's team of experienced professionals partner with you to manage your technology needs. Cooper Craft manages hundreds of accounts in the Southeast, including numerous hospitals and healthcare facilities, industrial plants, law enforcement centers, and educational facilities. These customers depend on Cooper Craft. Why shouldn't you? Let a proven leader in the industry earn your business. Call us today.
Welcome back to Tea Time. We've been talking to Kelly Bedore, and she has been telling us about the 5K run that is coming up on April the 20th for Williams syndrome. Now, Kelly, where the money that you raise from the 5K, what does that actually go to?
This will go directly to helping families. We have a HOPE application that they request, and we will help with anything from sensory items, which we were talking earlier about the weighted vest that we just ordered for a little boy. What that does is that helps him just have an overall calmness. It is a vest and it has weights in it, and they do it by a child's weight and size. He's a little guy, so we just had to order a really small one. I ordered it 2 days ago out of New York and spoke with the company. We've partnered with a lot of really nice companies too, so whenever we use their product, they're put on our website, so it's we get feedback on if the parents and the child like the product. It's something that we would recommend them go and order. Sensory goods from chew toys to for the little ones, and a lot of them have some different, not tics, but different things that they need calming, strategies with. We will help with your medical bills if you need help, because sometimes insurance, we were talking earlier before we came on, does not cover a lot, and that really puts families, in a bind at times. We just got an application in for a child to go to camp, which is really, it just makes me smile because we're able to help that family get him to camp. We have a list of things on our website that we do assist with. So we're pretty proud to be able to help a family. And this month alone, we've helped 5 families, which, it takes a lot to help. The weighted stuff that we were talking about, the blankets and stuff, are fairly expensive. They're $200 and $300, and if you don't know if your child's going to benefit from it, it's hard to purchase that. Like, we did have one family say he just won't use it, and she called me and she said, "Can I ship this to a family in Australia?" And I said, "Oh my gosh, yes." So not that we're recycling, but if you have a product, we do have a Hope support exchange page too that we've set up. It's a private group, but we set it up where if you have a product that you would like to send to another family, let us know. And so people post what they have, and we send it to other Williams Center
families.
That's right. We all, like, hey, I've got these, feeding tube cover things or whatever. Do you need them? Or eye patches, or everything's unused or whatever, and then we all ship it to each other. So it's kind of a neat network to have. We're proud of being able to do that, as well as, I think last time I was telling about the pillowcases of Hope, and that really is dear to my heart. My mom started it, but she makes pillowcases for the kids that are in the hospital, and we send them to every child that's in the hospital or adult. So that's really touching that they have something they can take with them to the hospital, and something comforting. So we have a lot of different things we're doing. So and a great group of people, men and women, that are in this organization.
Now, Kelly, are you all 501c3?
We are.
Good.
We are. We applied and got approved after 60 pages of paperwork. that we got approved this past year. So it was a lot of work, but it's something I was very proud to say we did. We got it. So when you make a donation, it's all tax deductible. So we have an accountant that takes care of all that for us. That is not my strong point. So she does it all for us. So if you make a donation, you will get a slip every time now.
So I know that you do fundraisers like the run, but you also accept private donations from people who want to help families.
We do, and we do get those. And that's how our foundation actually started. We got a private donation of $5,000, and that was, to some people that's not a lot of money, but to me that was just millions.
Yeah.
And it started it, and that's where we were able to start, trademarking our stuff and getting where we needed to go. And like I was speaking, we just went to Capitol Hill, and we were very, very fortunate that 3 of our board members received grants to go. So that was not paid for by the foundation at all. This was the Rare Disease Advocate, and they've asked me to actually sit on their group board. So I'm really thrilled. It's something called Global Genes out of California, amazing organization. And when I went to Capitol Hill, we were asked, and then I got an invitation to sit with them. So.
You've been traveling quite a bit. I know you took a group to Nashville, Tennessee to record a song.
We did. We recorded our song. We're still in the process of the video. That is one undertaking that was rather large. That was a fun, absolutely wonderful trip. It was more about families getting together. And we are planning in the fall a women's retreat just for moms. And it's going to be for Williams syndrome moms to do some healthy wellness, some yoga, some different things. So we're in the process of planning that to get moms together to be able to relax a little bit and
But
to
then also
network
be able to,
and share your stories. And many of us have not met. It's all through Facebook and on the phone. And so it'll be so nice to be able to put faces together and you know, and share the joy of our kids.
And I know that's one thing that you're so good at, Kelly, is speaking with parents who maybe their children have just been diagnosed and you're able to talk to them and tell them about your experience with Dawson.
I think it's really, really important to be able to one-on-one with a parent because it's, you know, yes, we know that your kids will cry for 6 months and you want to pull your hair out. You really do. And that's, you know, you need to say, it's okay. I promise you it's going to get better. You know, and that was the boat I was in. Dawson cried for 6 months straight and nobody could figure out why. It's because of the hypercalcemia that happens with their kidneys and they're screaming because they're in pain, but nobody can figure that out. And I tell the parents, I promise you. And then the next stage is the feeding issues. Feeding is a major issue. You promised me my child's going to eat. I'm like, yes, here's a picture of Dawson. He's eating chicken nuggets from Chick-fil-A, which he eats every day. Kudos to Chick-fil-A. But, you know, I promise this will get better. And they need that encouragement. And, you know, I didn't have that. I didn't have that resource 5-6 years ago. I do now. And I have a wonderful group. So.
And what a great thing that you're helping other mothers in the early stages.
That's what we're here for. We're helped to get through. And now we're working on some educational stuff for older children because that's where it really becomes hard. When they graduate from high school, we're really trying to focus on getting them. I know we have something here, you know, through Easter Seals Today Center, which is supposed to be wonderful, and I'm supposed to meet with them and try to find some resources for other families around the country to help.
Now, what are the best ways for people to contact you if they want to get some information about the Williams Syndrome Family of Hope?
Check us out on Facebook. I think that is our biggest and best resource, but we have a beautiful website that we have a web person. She's on our board. She works it and does everything with it, and I'm just amazed by her talent. But it's www.wsfamilyofhope.org. You can see our kids on there.
Can you donate on there as well?
Yes, ma'am. You can. You can go to PayPal. We've got PayPal set up. We have a Hope store if you'd like to order merchandise, necklaces and bracelets and mugs and hats, and our logo's just about on everything at this point, and we're pretty proud of that too because that took a lot of work, but we've been working on it for about a year now. So,
well, great job, Kelly, and I know Dawson's so proud of his mama.
So we admire you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching Tea Time today. We'll see you next time right here on Plant TIFNet's Wiregrass Channel 3.